What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on recently that Jason Whitlock did, and he spoke about the situation that's going on with this guy Big U out of California, who was just arrested by the FBI, right, and on a lot of different charges. Some extortion allegations and some unaliving of somebody, allegation and racketeering, all just kind of crazy allegations, right? And so Jason Whitlock spoke about professional basketball players like Shaq and and Draymond Green, who their names came up, right? And so as possibly being people who were extorted by the guy Big U out of California, right? Out of I think Los Angeles, somewhere in Los Angeles. He was possibly, they said, he exploited or extorted, my fault, extorted some of these guys, right? And so Jason Whitlock was saying that these young players, young NBA players, and these young athletes they set themselves up when they go to like these strip clubs and they start dealing with these women, and these women are connected to people like Big E, and which I agree. But also he said that, I thought he made another good point when Jason Whitlock said that every major city has a Big U, right? A guy that a guy who would, if given the opportunity, would take advantage and extort these athletes. And so players need to move accordingly to avoid these kind of people. And and I spoke about that in my live show with the co-hosts that are on my live show, and a friend of mine, a guy by the name of Clayton, made a good point, right? He was like, sometimes you can't avoid these guys like Big U. When you're in a position coming up in the inner city and you're playing basketball, like some of these people attach themselves to you, right? And they will give you, they'll buy you tennis, sneakers, they'll buy you clothes and stuff like that, and they'll support you. And in return, when you make it to the league, then you need to bring them along with you, right? So, sometimes that's the situation. It's not like always where though you're going to a club and then, you meet a young lady at these clubs and these young women set you up. And sometimes that do happen. Like, as a basketball player or a professional athlete, you do have to be careful with the people that you let into your circle, right? But it's more than one way that these kind of people get into your circle. And I have seen, like I say, guys who play basketball, and then you'll get the guys, the drug dealers in the neighborhood to look out for them, right? And they'll buy them the clothes, the tennis shoes, and stuff like that, that they want or that they need. In most cases, they don't be like this guy. They don't have the allegations, and they don't be like this guy Big U. They just be some guys who just want to look out, and they want to come up with they want to come up with the basketball player. So and so they don't be to the same extent that they don't have those type of allegations as Big U. But so sometimes it's hard to avoid those kind of guys. Is my point. And also, I'd just like to say at every level, because Jason Whitlock also said that they try to make it seem like that everything associated with the black culture is not good, and they use people like like this guy Big U to put a stigma on the black culture. But my response to that is, at every level, as you go up the level, up the ladder to success, you'll find that there is corruption at every level. There are wolves at every level looking to exploit, looking to take advantage of these athletes and stuff like that. You have people who want to sell you jewelry, all this fake jewelry that you see these athletes and entertainers wearing. They're getting exploited by jewelers. Or if you have like at record labels and stuff like that, these lawyers and what are the lawyers and all these other guys, they exploit the athletes too. They'll have you signing contracts and committing to things that are definitely not within your benefit. Or you may have an accountant, somebody managing your money for you, and you hear horror stories about like how these accountants steal from you. And a lot of times, so it's not just people in our community, who take advantage. It's people, like I said, from all different communities who just prey on people who don't know any better and just exploit and take advantage of people who don't know any better. So, and that's not to say that a lot of what Jason Whitlock said was true, as far as like, you have to be careful of your surroundings and who you letting into your surroundings. But that's just not at the grassroots level. That's like at every level, so yeah. And in all of these big cities that you go to, there's going to be somebody like Big U. There's also going to be an accountant. There's also going to be a shady agent. There's also going to be executives who take advantage, and that's at every level. But at the level that, like where Big U is, these guys are the ones who are going to get villainized the most, and so my point is, or what I'd like to say about the situation is, no matter, you just as an athlete, you have to be careful of who you allow in your circle, because once you start to make money or you start to have any type of success, you're going to have the wolves knocking at your door, and that's at every level. So you gotta, and it's for some of these kids who don't come from the two-parent households, or don't have like that strong foundation surrounding them. It's going to be so hard for these guys to navigate these kind of situations, and like I said, that's just not in sports. That's in entertainment across the board. People just get taken advantage of at every level. Every level, you're going to have somebody just looking to exploit you, set you up in ways that you would never even imagine. You would never even imagine that somebody can set you up in some of the ways that these people can set you up, gain leverage, and then once they have leverage, they use that leverage to extort you. And so it's just you want to definitely, you want to proceed with caution at every level. And so when people think that, once I make it out of the hood, and I won't have to deal with a guy like Big U, and that's not true. Sometimes these people are able to steal more from you with an ink pen, than Big U would, or anybody else would with intimidation or a gun or something like that. Or like a smart accountant or a good or these agents and stuff like that, they don't have to hang you out of a window and threaten to drop you if you don't sign a contract. They don't have to do that. You know what I mean? They make you, they make you think they looking out for you, and you basically then signed your life away. And and they don't need to carry guns or nothing like that. So they operate in different ways, and they get you to trust them, They get you to, you confide in these people. And next thing you know, they running your whole, all of your wealth is transferred over to them. Just like the situation that's going on right now with like Wendy Williams, the bank. What's that? I forgot the name of the bank. And appointed a guardian. They have a guardian. You know what I mean? Like she did bring the lady into the picture, like this guardian to look out for her. But like my thing with the situation with Wendy Williams, like if you have your family around you, like and your husband and your son and your family members around you, you don't need to bring somebody in from the outside who you don't even know was just going to be there to take advantage of the situation or to capitalize on the fact that you are in a weak state. And everybody in life, sooner or later get to a point where they're vulnerable. And then when you get to a point where you're vulnerable, that's another place where the wolves will step right in, take advantage of the situation. And so while I agree with Jason Whitlock that every city that these teams and they have a big U, but big U is not the only wolf that you need to be worried about. I think like I said, as you go up the ladder to success, you can't really trust anybody. You got to be. It's so important to surround yourself with, like people you trust, and hope. Sometimes it'll be family, and sometimes it won't be. But you got to be able to. It's just you got to just proceed with caution. You got to keep your head on a swivel and proceed with caution. Every people getting divorced, taking your money, child support, taking your money, lawyers taking your money. You basically, and I see why, how it's so easy for these athletes and these entertainers just to go broke because you are just food. People think, you could do a movie, or they think because you're in the movies or you playing professional basketball that you set for life. And most of the time, that's not even true. The people who, like I said, the people who are around you, waiting for you to slip up so they can just step right in and scoop up all your money. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. And so if you are able to be in the game long enough to learn, you might be able to survive these type of situations. But it's at every level. That's basically my point. It's not just these guys, big U, like I said, and some of the allegations that this guy have against him, some of these allegations, they just terrible allegations, right? But if you was able to get past somebody like a big U, just believe that there's somebody else waiting around the corner for you. So, like I said, that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I think I'm about 4 subscribers away from 10,000. So definitely subscribe. Help me get to that 10,000 subscriber mark. I would appreciate it. And with that being said, also don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.